Okay, I've held this in for a while, and now I'm going to say something. This is about ARLA on EFR, and yes, I've been back a long time. For those of you that don't already know, I've pretty much gained the respect back of everybody else. Although I might lose some with this video, but I've got something on my heart right now that needs to be said. Something on my chest that I need to get off. Here's what it is, okay? ARLA was CJ's idea, where, you know, it's basically like this sort of the lower series, like let's say NASCAR, let's say the Sprint Cup series is TM Master Cup. ARLA is, I guess, what, the Busch series? Or not Busch series, Nationwide series. So you get my point here. It's sort of the under series. Here's basically what's going on. Okay, the original sign-up form for the first 2 seasons, I think, was sign up as a team, name your drivers or driver, sponsor car, sponsor number, color combinations, blah 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 blah. Couldn't be simpler. Now it's too confusing, and here's why. Okay, let me give you the premise, or at least what I've made a mess, or the mess I've made out of it. I still don't understand this. I still don't understand this, basically, because yeah, it just, I've seen this for over a month, and yeah. Anywho, here's basically the mess I've made of it after over a month that I still can't figure it out. Apparently this was the original thing where someone would claim a full-time team, or would claim a team, like a group of slots for a team. 1-car team, 2-car team, 3-car team, 4-car team, 5-car team, etc., 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 etc. And basically, yeah. Basically, try and make a mess out of that. Okay? Try and make something out of that. But wait, there's more. One person gets a group of slots, they have a team. Then, the rest of the people that didn't get full-time teams, they have to hope that their drivers get hired. See what I mean? How stupid is that? Or, well, not stupid. Stupid's probably not the technical term, probably not the best technical term for that, but still. How bad is that? Okay, now, apparently CJ has scrapped that idea. He's made pre-made teams that he owns. He owns about 80% of these teams. And maybe 1 or 2 slots on each team is a tryout slot, where you request a driver to try out, and so on and so forth. And there you go. You better hope that you make it in. The ones that don't make it in don't have a driver for that year, as far as I know. CJ's probably going to correct me on every single statement I make in this video, but I really don't care, because I got something to say here. Now, what is the problem with all this? It's too confusing. Okay? First of all, it's bad for... First of all, when I saw this original format of the full-time team thing, yada yada yada, the slot thing, or however he wanted to work it, I asked him in a PM, how do you work this? Didn't respond to me. And before he could even get a chance, before I even got a response, maybe in about, I don't know, a few hours, full-time signups were closed. I didn't know what to do. He didn't respond to me. He didn't care. On top of that, people that are, you know, have drivers that are high in the series, take Leon, for example. He's got a driver that's 12th in points. Still in 12th in points after a questionable aggressive driving call. And he now might not even get a team. He might not even get a team. And he's quit ARLA for next season. He's done after this season. I'm most likely going to be done unless CJ can explain to me how the heck you're supposed to work this thing. Okay, I don't get it. No one gets it. He's saying he's trying something new, and I can understand that. I can understand completely. Just want to scratch my nose. I can understand completely that you want to try something new. I try new things all the time. Most of them don't pan out, but still, I try new things all the time. It doesn't hurt to try something new. But still, simple things are most likely better than new things. And in this case, it's entirely true. Okay? That's why Anthony quit. That's why most people, including me, don't even have a team for this year. I've pretty much given up. Unless CJ goes back to the old format, I'm not even going to try. Unless he fixes this format, none of the basically he's saying, okay, thanks guys for helping me set up. Now I'm going to switch it up completely, and half of you won't even get a ride. That's pretty much what he's doing. He's leaving everybody out in the cold. Okay? What is up with that? Please explain to me what was wrong with the old format. Please explain that to me. It was create a team, choose your drivers, choose your paint schemes, choose this, choose that, just drive. Now it's someone gets a team, you better hope you get hired. If you don't get hired, you may be able to try out. And if you don't get in, then you won't have a ride for the entire season. How fair is that to the guys like me that have been in this series since it was originally called Smash Beer Stocks? I was actually around when the Smash Beer 6-Speed Stock Series, which is what it was originally called, which is what ARLA originally was, started. I watched CJ's videos. I got Bruno Battaglia in for a drive, in for a race. I put up a team as one of the original teams in ARLA Elite Series. Now, he's basically changed it up so that everybody, including me, that's been with the series since the start, can't figure it out and can't get a ride. It may not have been his may not have been his purpose, but it feels like it was. So I don't know. Help me out here. I'm most likely not going to post this in a post. I might just post this as my signature and hope somebody gets it. Hope somebody looks at it. If CJ looks at it and bans me from the series, then I guess it's just icing on the cake, because he's already his silly format, his stupid format. Let's use that word. His stupid format's already prevented me from being able to try and sign up. Because and on top of that, he didn't even respond to me when I asked him in a PM, how do you do this? Didn't respond to me at all. I didn't get any. I still haven't gotten a response yet from him. So I don't know. I guess CJ just wants new people, because pretty much half the people that are in the series are people that maybe have, I don't know, 2-3 months on the forum. Maybe 2 or 3 months on the forum. That's it. They just happen to get there. Most of these people that are in the series now that have full-time teams, at the very most, should have maybe part-time teams and then transfer to full-time teams next season. No, they get full-time teams, leaving me, Anthony, and a bunch of other people out in the cold, basically waiting just so maybe we can try out for a ride for next season. What does that tell you? 80% of CJ's teams are user-controlled. 80%. Basically, to quote from Sign-On44, or Sign-On just on the forums, Ian Cooper, he says, and I quote, it's not an exact direct quote, and to quote from some other members, you just want to make this your own. You owning 80% of the teams means you just want to make this your own personal playground, and that maybe at some point you'll MacGyver your team, you'll MacGyver other people's drivers in as the races go on. In other words, throw them in. And I full-heartedly agree. 80% of his teams he owns. I don't know exactly how many full-time, how many tryout slots he's got. He doesn't have that many. He's got most of the drivers in his series. He owns most of the teams, which means at any moment, if you do something wrong, or if he feels like it, he can take your driver out. Because he owns all the teams. Even if you didn't do anything, he can take your driver out. That is just complete and utter crap. I'm trying not to cuss right now, but it is really hard. So, I don't know. Help me out here. I just don't think anybody else should be in ARLA right now. Eventually, ARLA is just going to get taken off, and CJ's going to get kicked or CJ's going to be gone because he's just being a jerk now. That's it. Peace, I guess.